The year is 1775, and we are somewhere in the 13 American colonies. Now this guy on the left over here is George Washington, a pretty important guy in the colonial era. And this little baby on the right is King George III, the King of England. Now King George III owned the American colonies, and he wanted more money, more taxes. Well, the colonists didn't quite appreciate that, so he said, we're going to keep our money. As you can see, little England on the right, and the big American colonies on the left. Well, the little England said, you know what, we're going to send over these lobster-looking army guys, and we're going to take that money from you. We're going to get our taxes, whether you like it or not. Well, we didn't take kindly to this, so the American colonists got together, got some guns, and said, let's have a war. So we fought the Revolutionary War. We had a revolution to overthrow the British and start our own country. Well, while this Revolutionary War starts, some of the colonists got together and said, we need to make our own government. So they formed the Continental Congress. They met in that cool building. And the guy on the right is Thomas Jefferson. Now, Thomas Jefferson, they went up to him because they said, hey, Thomas Jefferson, we know you're a really good lawyer and a really good writer. Would you mind writing a letter to the British to let them know that we don't want to be in their country anymore? So Thomas Jefferson sits down to write the Declaration of Independence. Now, this is a super important document. He wrote some of these words over here on the left. It's a really important paragraph. I'm going to read it fast. It says, we hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, the governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. I know what you're thinking. That's a lot of stuff to remember. Don't freak out. We're going to talk about it a little more after the video. It'll all make sense. No worries. For now, what I want you to really think about is that the Declaration of Independence was kind of like a big fancy breakup letter. Basically, Thomas Jefferson was writing to England to say, hey, you know what? We had some good times, but things just aren't quite working out. I kind of want to be on my own, but we can still be friends, right? Well, England didn't really want to be friends. They wanted to go ahead and keep in the relationship with us, so we had to finally win the Revolutionary War to get our independence. So, to recap, the Declaration of Independence not only freed us from England, but it also gave us some of those certain inalienable rights. No, not that kind of alien. Alright, I hope you enjoyed, everyone.
Created using Powtoon.